What's up, everyone? Glad to have you back. It's probably been like a month since I made the last video, which I think was when we went down to Fort Worth to go hang out and do some filming with Tandy Leather. So a huge, very often asked question whenever I'm live on TikTok or Instagram, people always ask me, what is the little green bag? So for those who tool already know that this is a just a weight bag. Whenever you're tooling up a belt or whatever, it just kind of sits on your piece and keeps your strap or belt, wallet, whatever you're working on, keeps it from moving whenever you're tooling it. So for those who always ask me where they can buy one at, I don't know anyone who actually sells them personally. I don't. So I figured I'd just show you how to make one. Very, very easy. It's gonna cost you like $5 to make. I went down to Walmart yesterday. I went grocery shopping, so I picked up some of these metal BBs. They literally cost $3.50, and that's all you need. I mean, you could probably make 2 or 3 bags out of this. Then I'm going to use a kind of just like chap leather. I would use something with not a whole lot of body to it. You want it real flexible, and just for that reason is because we're gonna be putting the BBs down in here, and if you have a real rigid leather, it might be hard to really pack that bag tight full of these BBs. So let's go ahead. I made a little square template. If I can pull this up here. It is 3x3, and I'm going to put a little excess on the backing, and we're gonna cut that off, but you'll see that here in a second. So let's go ahead, grab our scratch awl, and we'll cut out the 2 pieces and start getting this going. All right, here we are. We have our chrome tan. Sometimes I have a lot of questions. People ask me what happens. You know, your leather's wet whenever you're tooling it and carving it. They say, hey, can like the color transfer from this to the actual piece you're working on? I would say no. I've been using the same little bag here for probably 2-3 years, and I've never had an accident where the leather's been wet, it was sitting on there, and it kind of just like transferred over. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's just my personal opinion. Take it as it is. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna grab my scratch awl, and I'm going to mark this out. Like I said before, this is just a 3x3 pattern, 3" by 3". I'm gonna go ahead and mark that out. Here we go. And if I can mark the other one over here, that'd be fantastic. Yep, there we go. So actually I'm going to use my calipers because I'm going to put a bit of extra on that. And I'm going to use this as my backing piece. It's just like that, all the way around. You don't have to do this. I just always like working with backing. Okay, let me grab my knife. Find it, it disappeared, ran away. Here it is. Let's go ahead. We're gonna cut out these 2 pieces. Can't believe it's been a good minute since I made a video here. Usually I was doing them almost weekly or bi-weekly, but it's been kind of crazy in the shop the past few weeks, going down to Fort Worth and just tax season coming up, and favorite time of the year, huh? So I'm sure as soon as we get that straightened out, we'll get some more videos up here too. Don't be afraid to drop some like questions or in the comment section. Look at me over here. Excuse me, I'm just coughing and hacking everywhere. But if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comment section. Even if I have to make my own video up, or sometimes I will answer those in the vlog videos that I do. But if it's like a serious question, it's like, hey, I don't know how to do this, and as long as it's something like, you know what I'm saying, if it's something small, I could just contact you and say, hey, just do this or that. But, okay, let me get one ahead. You can use glue at this part. So, okay, you see this will go on top of this. That's why I made that little backing or that excess on the border. It's to be this way. So I'm gonna take my calipers. So at this point, you can use glue. I'm just using double-sided tape, just for the fact that you don't really need glue at this point. We're just sewing these 2 pieces together, and the only thing that's going to be holding up is BBs. So I'm going to take some double-sided tape, and we'll say that. Let's make this 6 inches, we'll say. I'm gonna cut some pieces off of this strip. This is a little too wide for it, but if you cut it down, we'll be good. All right. Bless me. Okay. Trim that down the center. Cut it off at 3. Bam. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead. So what you want to do, you want to put tape 3/4 of the way across one side, down 1, down 2, down 3. So you just want to leave a little open pocket here for us to put these BBs down in. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to look at this for a second. Actually, we'll put it on this one to make it easier. I'm going to cut a sliver off of that. Okay. And then the rest we can just put on normally. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for summer. Got my fly rod sitting over here in the corner, just ready to be busted out. And trout season will start here in the next month and a half. Although I don't mind going for stock trout, I really do enjoy fishing for native rookies. Okay, so you see that's a nice little corner for us to pour the BBs in. So let's go ahead. Just going to throw this on our piece here. It's if you really want, you can use glue. It's just really not needed. So there we have it. Let's go ahead over to our Cobra, and we're going to sew this up. Mark a little stitching line. Okay, let's come back over to the Cobra. Hopefully this isn't too thin for my Cobra, but where's that little gap at? There it is right there, so let's start here. But yeah, so you can hand sew this. You can use a smaller machine. You don't have to have this sew machine to sew this in. I don't think my stitch master is set up right now. Let's go ahead, it's back stitch. And sew all the way around. Not all the way, you gotta leave that little bit of gap towards the end, so that way you can pour the BBs in. Slowly. Okay. It's quite nice. Going all the way around. In tape. I think the double-sided tape's really helping to stiffen that leather up, because normally I would not really sew this thin on my Cobra. It's class 4, it's a little too thin for it. Okay, let's go ahead, and you want to leave, we'll say, 1/2 inch, just like that. Cut it. Oh, it needs to go up a little farther. There we go. Cut that off, and we'll go back to our table. Went ahead and cut the excess of that thread off. Let me just burn these down real quick. Okie dokie, so let's go ahead. I'm going to cut the excess off now. It's just a lot easier. If you do it before, it'll kind of be stretched out and it's gonna be like kind of bloated out. It's gonna be kind of hard to do it at that point. So go ahead and do it now. You might need a new blade. Okay, there we go. So that's what we're left with right now. Now it's a fun time. Now it is time to fill it for the babies. Kind of the pain in the butt part. If you have a little, what's it called? If you have a little funnel, this would be a great time to use it. So I'm going to slowly start pouring these babies. We gotta slowly start working that center out. Let me open it back up again. Yeah, if you have a funnel, this is a lot easier. I don't know why I decided I don't need one. So we're gonna struggle. Pull it over in. There we go. So this is the fun part. You're just gonna pour some down. And then just kind of pack it in, pour some down, pack it in. And you're just gonna do this for a little bit until, I mean, pretty much until you can pack as many babies there as you can. The more you can get in there, the heavier the bag is gonna be. Go back and forth, back and forth. Here we go. I might skip forward a little bit. It's gonna take about, I don't know, a minute or two of me pouring it everywhere, but we will come back in a little bit after I stuff this bag up. After a few minutes of stuffing, you can see it's shaped like a ravioli. But that is exactly what we want. So let's go ahead over to the sewing machine. And I'm going to just push this back a little bit, and we're going to sew that last edge in right there. Okay, we backstitched. Let's go ahead. Hey, Lefty, get off the pedal. Dang dog driving me insane. All right, let's backstitch. And we have our ravioli. Awesome, let's trim this off. There it is, folks, with just a little bit of this chrome leather and some BBs. You now have yourself a bag weight. You can throw that on there, maybe a tool one. Like I said, you can use different sizes. You can make bigger ones. I wouldn't go too much smaller because at that point, it doesn't weigh that much. And it won't really do much as you're tooling. It won't keep your piece from moving. So yeah, hopefully you liked the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you all for watching. I'll catch you later.